afternoon, friends. Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to Westminster Titan Basketball. It's Buzz Riddle Gymnasium. It's Ron Galbreath Court. And this evening, it's Westminster with a doubleheader, women's and men's against Grove City. How you doing tonight? I'm Mark Slazak, along with my partner, Ben Kelly. Derek McClafferty is here as well. He'll do sidelines as we get you set for this big matchup in the PAC. Welcome in, Ben Kelly.
Thanks, Mark. Great to be here. Anytime you get Westminster and Grove City coming up and down 2-away, at any capacity and any schedule, it's always a good one, and it's going to be another great twin bill tonight.
Looking forward to it. Coach Roseanne Scott leads the Westminster Titans. Coach Scott is in year 24. She's a three-time PAC Coach of the Year, and she offered 3 keys against Grove City.
That's right, Mark. The first one is Box at Westminster. Did a great job of this on Saturday in their big win against Bethany. Box Westminster, Grove City loves a good second chance point. Also is protect the paint. That goes hand in hand with boxing out, but Grove City had 46 of the 75 points from their win on Saturday come from the paint, and then attack on offense. Really keep riding the hot hands that you have in Maddie Syka and Katie Grexa.
It's Westminster, and it's Grove City, and it's coming up next on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli, and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks, located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Back here, Buzz Riddle Gymnasium, Westminster College, Mark Slazak along with Ben Kelly. We talked about Coach Roseanne Scott. Let's send it down to the third member of our team to talk about Grove City coach Jason Baker. Derek McClafferty, it's all you.
Yeah, guys, Coach Jason Baker in his third season with the team. He spent his first season as the interim head coach, where he led the team to a 500 conference record and getting promoted to the full-time head coach last season in 2024, where he led the team to a trip to the PAC semifinals. This season, he has his team in good position, sitting atop the PAC North with just 2 games left to go. He is 5-0 against Westminster in his career with Grove City, looking to make it 6-0 tonight. I talked to Coach Baker before the game. He said rebounding and defense are the keys to making sure this gets done tonight.
Thank you very much, Derek. It's time to take a look at the PAC standings, where Grove City leads the North.
That's right, like Derek said, Mark, 9-5 Grove City, Westminster 6-8 in that third spot. Hot on their tails, though, is Geneva. They're playing Hiram tonight in a big one to see if that can decide the 4th and 5th seed. In the South Division, St. Vincent and W&J hold their share of the number 1 spot, with St. Vincent holding the tiebreaker. And then Chatham and Waynesburg, the big deciding factor, with Waynesburg just on the outside looking in at 8-6, Chatham 9-5.
Just reminding you, the top 4 in each division make the playoffs, which start on Tuesday of next week. Some of the other games beside this big Westminster and Grove City game today.
Well, like I said, Mark, it's going to be Hiram hosting Geneva. Geneva can clinch a playoff berth and tidy up that North Division with a win today. And then Allegheny hosts Teal as well. That's another big one in the North. Allegheny trying to catch Grove City and get that number 1 spot in the PAC North. Waynesburg hosts Chatham. Chatham can put Waynesburg on its last legs. Waynesburg is gone and eliminated if Chatham and W&J win. And W&J will be hosting Bethany, the 2 and 3 seed in the South, respectively. W&J secures at least a top 2 spot in the South with a win. If all stands right now, W&J would host Westminster on Tuesday.
Westminster coming off a big 67-65 win over Bethany on Saturday. Katie Grexa with a spinning bank shot as the buzzer sounded to win it. 8 points, 11 rebounds for Katie. Syka led the way with 20. Had 4 threes as well. Jenna Zelch had 12, and we'll get more of that when we come back. We're going to pause right now, though. We'll stay here, actually, and honor America with the national anthem. national anthem here at Westminster College. We were looking over Westminster's recent schedule. We talked about that big win on Saturday at the buzzer. Well, the last game was a late winner as well on February 11th. Bella Calcamugio with a three-pointer with 11 seconds to go in the game, and then two Ange Brush free throws sealed a 61-56 win over Hiram. Grace Cano had 14 in that game. Katie Grexa 12 points and 15 rebounds.
Unlike both these teams riding two-game win streaks, Grove City with Allegheny and Waynesburg, but Allegheny wins 64-54 also on the 11th. The Waynesburg win on Senior Day back on Saturday, 75-46 win against the Yellow Jackets, holding Waynesburg to only 3 points after the first quarter, a field goal and a free throw for that. They were never tied after 0-0. Wolverine shot just under 43% from the field, 24% from three, and just under 70% from the charity stripe. Again, 46 paint points for the Wolverines, going to be critical to box them out and stay out of the paint overall today.
Some of the key statistics: Westminster averages 59 on offense, gives up 66 on defense. Grove City averages 67 and giving up 61. Westminster number 5 in three-point shooting at 30%, number 4 with 152 made threes.
That's right, Mark. And looking at the steals per game, Westminster trails with 8 steals per game to Grove City's 8.75 steals per game. So try and keep that ball in play as much as they can with their own team.
Some of the key players include Grace Cano for Westminster, 11 points a game. Katie Mario averaged at 9 with 57 threes. Maddie Syka, 7 points and 4 rebounds. She started the last 5 games scoring 12.5 points a game from there. Katie Grexa at 7 rebounds is number 10. We'll get to some of those Grove City key players as we work through this ball game. But right now it's time now for the starting lineups for Westminster. They will go like this. Westminster will start at guard. Number 0, Kennedy Arison, a 5'4 junior. Bella Calcamugio, a 5'2 freshman. Grace Cano's a 5'11 junior. Maddie Syka, a 5'7 sophomore. And Katie Grexa, a 5'9 sophomore.
That's right, Mark. They're going to go Reese Hazley, Bethany Thompson, Kaylee Devlin, Alexis Hudson, and Emma Ulmer for the red and white Wolverines. Big absence in Meredith Sherrod. She's out with the flu. She leads the team in points per game, field goal shooting, and rebounds per game. Didn't even travel with the team today, Mark, after the illness overtook her on Saturday night.
Yeah, so tough break for Meredith Sherrod. We wish her the best, and the Grove City team will do without her. They hope to get her back Saturday, but they're not even sure about Saturday. The flu has been going around Grove City. They've a couple players on the men's team have had the flu, starting out through the women's team, plus the swim team. So you're talking to Coach Baker. It has been a rough couple of weeks for the flu at Grove City, so we'll keep an eye on that. Our officials for the game today are Ronald Conley, Brenna Burry, and Brett Wayne. Westminster in the white, Grove City in the red, top controlled by Westminster, and it's basketball time here at Buzz Riddle Gymnasium. Calcamugio for Westminster to the wing to Kennedy Arison. Back to Bella on that left wing, drives to the baseline, feeds it back to Cano. Foul line jumpers off the back rim, no good, and a rebound grabbed by Hudson.
Cano likes a little mid-range jumper there, has a good look just off the back iron.
Hazley feeds it out to Thompson. Thompson looking for help and gets it back outside. It's Hudson backing into the paint, feeds it out into the corner for Devlin. She'll fire a 3 and hit it. First basket is Kaylee Devlin for 3 for Grove City.
Devlin 34.3% on the season from the three-point line. Her only non-start of the season was last game against Waynesburg. Makes a big splash early.
See Grove City early with pressure defense looking to trap. Westminster breaks the press, but then the ball slapped away from Syka. It's going to be the first foul on Emma Ulmer.
Well, they're going to have a lot of eyes on Maddie Syka, Mark. She's coming off a season-high 20 points and 25 minutes against Bethany on Saturday. No doubt her and Katie Grexa, two of the more watched players from Grove City.
Well, inbounds, Calcamugio outfall, a 3-0 lead for Grove City here early. Cano top of the key, right side for Arison. Foul line jumper is up and good. Kennedy Arison gets her first 2. She's not been scoring much of late, but what a job she did defensively Saturday against Garrison of Bethany and holding her down in that big Titan win.
Absolutely. She's also the leader in assists on the team. She's more of a playmaker, only averaging 5.5 points per game, but when she gets going, when she's hot, Mark, she can put some up instead as good as anyone.
Hazley will feed it to Thompson. Thompson across the lane with a shot clock down to 10. Back out to Reese Hazley, top of the key. Hazley, little crossover, short jumper, front rim, no good, and Syka with the Westminster rebound. 3-2, Grove City with the early lead. Westminster trying to answer. Looks like it had some early threes against Bethany. Here's Kano, foul line jumper up and good.
Oh, that drive starts off a defensive rebound from Maddie Syke and Mark, and they're going to have to capitalize on those as much as they can. Westminster out-rebounded by Grove City, 42.7 to 39.3. A 5-spot difference in the BAC. They got to capitalize on every single board they can get. They did just now.
Thompson trying to three, and that ball hit the wire up top. Officials didn't see it, but Westminster's got it anyways. Long pass ahead to Syke. Syke into Kano, spins, righty hook off the glass, no good, and the rebound grab by Hudson. A good opportunity and good ball sharing by the Titans, could not finish. Ball goes inside, intended for Ulmer, knocked away by Grexa on the run. Titans with numbers, 3-on-2. Grexa flips it over to Syke, basket good. Oh, what an assist by Katie Grexa, and Maddie Syke with the finish.
Oh, again, it's all about capitalization, Mark. When you can capitalize on a steal, whatever it might be, they do a great job just there. Katie Grexa gets a steal. Nice little cheeky pass over to her teammate and doubles this Westminster lead.
6-3, the Westminster lead in the lane. Shot with the right hand, no good for Thompson. Rebound grab by Grexa. 7:05 on our clock here. First quarter, Harrison trying to push the pace, and Grexa going to be called for travel. A new 5 for Grove City.
Yeah, they love to do a nice little line change, Mark. I know this can be difficult for guys like us when we're up here calling the numbers, but it's good to get fresh legs on the court as much as you can. It can throw off some defensive schemes, and it can keep your stars fresh, and it can really also show off the depth that you have on your bench.
Get the numbers and the names for you as we go. Ball will go right side on the wing to McDole, and then out front to Fortuna. See, that's McCoy, I should say. Here's McCoy, get a step back, fire a three. It's off the rim, no good. And the rebound grab by Brush as Westminster gets Brush into the game, as well as Jenna Zelch. Short jump for Harrison off the back rim, no good. And the rebound grab by Sarah Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer across the timeline. Grove City down by 3. Top of the key, taking the three was McDole, lost her balance. Flips the ball near side to McCoy into the paint, puts a shot up, no good, but a whistle and a foul. There'll be a couple of opportunities here.
Well, McCoy's going to go to the line, Mark. She shoots around 74%, 73.9. She trails Alexis Hudson, who's the team leader, with 75.7, but she had a far side corner three that didn't go in. Titans can't get too used to that. She's the team leader in three-point shooting, 34.5% from the three-point line this season.
McCoy had 19 off the bench and 3 threes in the Grove City win against Westminster earlier this year.
Talk about a hometown roll on that, Mark. Around 5 or 6 bounces on the rim and
roll in,
roll out. Hometown roll for Westminster.
Out, hometown for Westminster as it pops out. Second shot, line left. He's off the front rim, no good. Zelch with the Westminster rebound. Mario checks in for Westminster, wearing 14, and she's in the right corner. Here's Syke, down low to Zelch, baseline jumper, loves that spot. It's off the rim, though, no good. And the rebound grab by McCoy. Quickly across the timeline. Down low inside for Huff. Back outside, the jumper up and no good off the rim for Pfeiffer, and the rebound grab by Mario.
Grove City 1 for 6 from the field so far today, Mark.
Here's Mario, triple in the air, got it. Katie Mario with a long triple. Timeout in the action as Westminster has taken a 9-3 lead.
That's great to see from Katie Mario, Mark. She's been silenced a little bit from heavy defensive pressure these last couple of games, but she gets her wide open shot and makes no mistake, and that's great to see. 9-3 Westminster leads, and step back into American music history on Monday, February 23rd with Motown Monday on Titan Radio as part of Black History Month. We'll honor the legendary sound born in Detroit's Hitsville, USA, the sound that broke barriers, shaped culture, and launched icons like Stevie Wonder, the Supremes, and launched icons and the Temptations, from the rhythms that powered the civil rights era to the harmonies that changed pop music forever. We're bringing the soundtrack of a generation to Westminster this coming Monday with Motown Monday only on Titan Radio.
We're looking forward to that. That should be fun on Monday.
No doubt.
Director of Broadcasting Gary Swanson working on putting all that together. And when you have a Motown Monday, it's not a hard dig to come up with some great hits. So it should be fun on Monday and enjoyable. So tune into Titan Radio for that. And right here, it's Westminster off to a quick 9-3 lead in this one. 4 Titans have scored. Mario with 3, Kano, Saika, and Arison all with 2. Devlin with the 3 points for Grove City here early on.
6 defensive rebounds early for Westminster as well, Mark. Like I said, that's going to be a big part of the game. Is not only getting those D boards, but also capitalizing on them, which they have done nicely so far today with 2 of the 9 points coming off of turnovers.
So Grove City basketball out of their timeout. Feeded on that left wing, and the 3 is up and good. Nailing the 3 from the wing was Alexa McDole.
Only a 27% shooter from 3, and she's got a hand in the face in the far side wing. Still no mistake, only a 5'4" guard.
Not afraid to put it up, leads the team with 26 threes now, and then a takeaway as McDole gets the steal. Into Hazley. Back out front for McDole, working with a left-hand dribble. The Hazley in the corner. Hazley to the foul line, bangs in against Brush, and Hazley created the contact, but Brush going to get the foul.
It was a nice job by Hazy, the 5'5" guard out of Cheswick, Pennsylvania. Mark, she's a senior, she's experienced, she knows her stuff. She shot 1 of 2 from the free throw line, both last game and last time they played Westminster. 75.5% shooter on the season.
So line left for Hazley. First one is up and good. Mentioned her numbers. Reese Hazley leads the team in minutes, 7th all time, and Grove City College in assists. On the top in steals as well. Gets both of the foul shots, does Hazley. And the Westminster lead is down to 9-8. Pressure in the backcourt. It's Brush. She'll cross the timeline. Feed the ball to Arison with the shot clock at 17. Arison down the lane, left side, kicks it out to Zelch, right side to Brush. And try to get it back out to Mario. Ball on the floor, and then Brush going for the loose ball. Is knocked to the floor, and that's going to be a Grove City foul.
Oh, that's great to not quit on the play from Angelina Brush there, Mark. Easily you could watch the ball go the other way and leave Mario in a 2-on-1 defending situation. Instead, she falls right on the floor, knocks the ball loose, and draws a foul in doing so. It's the 2nd team foul for Grove City this quarter.
Harrison up top. Hand to Mario. Into the corner for Grexa. Into the paint to the glass. Right hand scoop is up and good. Katie Grexa gets her first 2. 5 Titans have now scored, and Westminster leads 11-8.
Katie Grexa, really, really nice job making sure that she's able to get and penetrate the paint really, really nicely there and grow the lead for Westminster.
Hazley goes behind the back, gets a short jumper up, can't hit it, fight for the basketball, but as Arison grabs it diving on the floor, she's out of bounds. So the ball will stay with Grove City. Inbound. And before Hazley can get back in bounds, it went from Hoff back to Hazley. And a quick action, Hazley never got back in bounds. So violation.
Looked like Zelch might have got a hand in there and knocked it loose, and then she just caught the ball off instinct, and she was still on the baseline, so it goes back to Westminster.
Took good hands by Jenna Zelch and Westminster basketball. Brush across the timeline, beating the pressure. Mario thought about a 3. She's going to drive instead, and the pocket picked on the run. Comes Grove City near side. McDole to the basket with a left-hand shot, no good. Fight for the rebound, ends up in the hands of Hazley, and she'll pop it in.
Well, it's big to get points off turnovers, Mark. Grove City had 11 in their win against Waynesburg. Now their first of the day, and that's a critical turnover in a game this close.
Here's Mario left alone, 3 in the air. It's off the rim this time, no good. Weak side rebound, grabbed by McDole. Grove City with the ball, they trail by 1. First quarter action. Grove City, the number 1 team in the north. Working with the left hand. Shot blocked in there by Zelch as he's able to get the hand on the Hoff shot. Ball back to the Titans with Arison. Corner for Mario, inside for Zelch. Zelch spins, shot with the left hand blocked inside, and the loose ball grabbed by Hudson. That's I should say, rebound grabbed by McCoy. Right side. And the fire and a hit for McDole. She'll get her second 3.
Well, Mark, like I said, you got to capitalize off rebounds and turnovers. And Westminster, early before that timeout, was really doing a nice job capitalizing on rebounds. Now Grove City is forcing discomfort. They're forcing turnovers, and more so, they're capitalizing on the other side of the floor.
And there's a turnover for the Titans as Brush throws it out of bounds, kind of in between Grexa and Arison. Another line change here for Grove City as they'll bring in 4. They'll leave Hazley out there. Westminster, a couple of changes as well.
Well, now you get a lot of your starters back on the floor, Mark, and that's why having that depth in the bench is so important, because you get to rest your starters for a little bit, then bring them back in now when you're looking to really strike and extend your lead.
Inside, Shot missed by Hudson, but poked back up and in. And Grove City with the lead. They're quickly Syca on the other end. Looking to score. You had Hudson there and you had Ulmer there, and they're going to give that last tap-in basket to Emma Ulmer. She just tapped it in.
Yeah.
Little volleyball tapping. Got it in for Ulmer.
A rare non-defensive rebound for Westminster proves costly. Now, a multi-possession game as Maddie Syca goes to the line. She's
First foul on Devlin. Go ahead.
Just going to say, yeah, she's 65% from the free throw line this season.
First foul shot, no good. Second one for Maddie. All around the rim and out. And the rebound grab by Hudson.
Just right around the cookie jar. And we saw Westminster get a good bounce on a Grove City missed free throw. Now Grove City gets that one back.
Ball into the corner. Hudson going to fire a three. It's too long, no good. Fight for the rebound. Goes to the floor. Grabbed by Hazley. Another 50-50 ball that Hazley comes up with. She'll go to the basket. Double team low. Feed it back out front for Ulmer. Ulmer going to fire a long jumper with 5 on the shot clock. It's no good. And on the rebound, looks like we might have a Westminster foul. It is. It's going to be on Katie Grexa.
And no one more confused in the building than Katie Grexa. You're saying, what did I do? But enough of a foul to warrant a baseline inbound now for Grove City.
Down low, they try to get it inside. The ball goes all the way out front. Kept alive by Thompson in Grove City. Thompson to Devlin. Devlin in the paint. Spins back to Ulmer. Outside for Hudson. 3 in the air. Off the back rim, no good, but a rebound put back up and in. Bethany Thompson with a rebound and the bucket. And right now, the Grove City offensive rebounding has been good.
It's been the offensive rebounding, and it's been the defense on the other side of the ball, Mark. The pressure that has kept Westminster to nearly 3 minutes scoreless as they nurse this 6-point lead that's just been growing and growing since.
They're trying to get the ball into Kano, but knocked away by Hudson.
Checking back in for Westminster, number 2.
Early rebound edge, 13-8 on the Grove City side. Westminster will have a baseline inbound. Rush looking, fires to Kano, short jumpers up off the back rim, no good. Another rebound grab by Grove City, it's Thompson.
Kano left wide open and just a bit too strong on that.
Thompson wanted to hit Ulmer inside and airmailed it into the dance team, and the ball going back to Westminster. 17-11, Grove City with the lead, 1:29 to go here on our clock. Here in the first quarter. Calcamuggio behind the back dribble. Working top the key for Syca. Syca on the wing. Cross it to Arison. Arison looking inside, back to Brush with the shot clock at 10. Arison directing traffic, gets a pick from Kano. Back to Kano. Kano puts it on the floor, spins in the paint. The righty hook is up and good. Well, got deep in the shot clock and said, let's get to Grace, and she made it happen.
Oh, that's 2 juniors driving the play. Mark Kennedy, Harrison, Grace Kano, 2 vets with showing their virtuosity and their patience down low in the paint at the top of the key.
Hazley behind the back dribble into the paint and hits the little runner. Hazley with 5 here in this first quarter. Grove City leads by 6.
Hazley is now one of the top scorers for Grove City, averaging 12 a game, and
double team near that midcourt stripe. Barrison in trouble. The ball taken away by Grove City. Syca tries to knock it back and will knock it into the Titan bench. 24 seconds on the clock. It'll be an inbound. And the sideline here for Westminster, for Grove City, I should say.
And Mark, just finishing that point on Hazley, easy to think of her as a playmaker, leading in steals, leading in assists, but she does average 12 a game. She can really take the ball to the rack and make the defenders pay, and she's been doing it so far today with already 5 points.
Hazley working to the left side. Back out front for a Hudson 3 attempt, but it's good.
And there's that playmaking ability. Hazley dishes out to Hudson, who
10 seconds on our clock. Across the timeline, Calcamuggio ahead to Arison. Arison gets it into Kano. Kano with 1 and fires, and time's going to run out. Titans didn't get a good look at it here at the end of the first quarter, but that'll take us to the quarter break with the score. Grove City 22 and Westminster 13. We'll take a break on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit readactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
22-13, the lead for Grove City over Westminster. Titans got out to a good start, but Grove City at that end of that first quarter able to kind of push away. And the rebounding edge has been a big part. 13-8, Grove City leading in the rebounds. Reese Hazley with 5 points. Alexa McDowell with 6 leading Grove City as we look at a couple of these Grove City baskets here heading into the second quarter.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. And Grove City 8 of 20 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. When they're hot, when they're doing what they've been doing that last half of the first quarter, they're really making Westminster pay.
Well, let's go down to Derek McClafferty. Derek.
Yeah, guys, just checking in on that Westminster huddle. Both teams emphasized to me before the game the battle of rebounding and how important that is to winning this game. Right now, Grove City has the edge 13-8. Coach Scott encouraging her team to get physical, get in the paint, and start winning the rebound battle.
Thank you very much, Derek. Here's a 3, top of the key for McDowell. Rims out. Long rebound, grab by Brush. Titans with numbers 3-on-2. Brush to Mario. Mario into the paint out front for Saika. Had a little bit of room. Thought about a 3. Takes the 3, and it's off the rim. No good.
Bit of hesitation from Saika there, Mark. She looked like she wanted to drive, then thought for a 3.
Here's McDowell. She's going to try another 3. This one off the back rim again. Rebound grab by Brush of Westminster. Grove City not shy from 3. There's no doubt about it. They get their volume of 3-pointers up. They're number 9 in the conference in percentage, but they take a lot. There's Mario on the wing. Titans down by 9. Saika to the basket, throws it up off the glass. Shot no good. Rebound grab by Hoff.
It's 2 good looks for Saika early on. Those are going to fall as she keeps going to the rack or as she keeps pulling from beyond the arc.
Hoff will feed it outside of 3 in the air, and it's wide for Pfeiffer and out of bounds. Westminster gets it back.
Well, Mark, like you said, Grove City not afraid to pull it from 3. They shot the ball from beyond the arc coming into this game 507 times in terms of 3-point attempts, and it's just when they fall, they fall. They shot around 50% in the first quarter.
There's Mario on the wing. She's made a 3 in this game for Westminster with the PAC leading 58 of them now. Saika tries to get the ball in the corner, but it's taken away by Grove City, and the Grove City defense has been good. Grove City jumps on that ball for just long enough for Coach Baker to call timeout. So Grove City is going to keep the basketball with a 9-point lead.
Well, Mark, Westminster traveling to Grove City right now for the PAC Swimming and Diving Championships. And if you think, I'd like my kid to be in the Swimming and Diving Championship, you can take him right here to Westminster for the Westminster College Swimming and Diving Team, as they are once again offering swim lessons for children ages 4 to 12 who are looking to learn or improve their swimming abilities. Kids are grouped by age and skill and are taught by team members. Cost is $100 for 7 sessions, and parents are welcome to come watch from the observation area. For dates and times and complete registration information, email Coach Todd Slobodniak at slobodtd@westminster.edu.
You can see that email on the bottom there, SLOBODTD. And
Probably best to spell it rather than Slobod.
I know. Taking a look at some of the early statistics. Alexa McDowell with a couple of 3s leading the way, along with Reese Hazley for Grove City, both with 6. Hudson has 5. Westminster led by Grace Kana with 4 and Katie Mario with her 3. Titans led by as many as 6 early, and right now the largest lead for Grove City is where it stands right now at 9. Grove City set to inbound. As Haley Mack will bring the ball across the timeline. No Meredith Sherrod today for Grove City, their leading scorer, out with the flu. Hasn't mattered as of yet. Right side into the corner, 3 in the air, and that one from McDowell is off the rim, no good.
Right to the hands of Calcamuccio, 5'2" guard, got to try and dig something up, but a nice steal.
Yeah, Titans turn it over, coming back the other way, long pass ahead, and a layup missed inside as Pfeiffer couldn't hit it. And the rebound knocked out of bounds off of Westminster.
Good rejection there by Calcamuccio, following the steal on the baseline. She's Only 5'2". She plays like she's closer to 6'2", the way that she's been playing physical as she has these last few games, and who can forget that game winner at Hiram a week ago.
Get Harrison back in the game for Westminster. We'll see with a baseline inbound to McDowell. And it's a Mack to the basket off the glass, and it's no good. Fight for the rebound, though. Grabbed by Hoff, put it back up, no good. And Grexon with the Titan rebound.
13th rebound for Westminster, 13th defensive rebound for the Titans. You got to start getting those again back into rhythm.
There's Brush from 3. It's off the back rim, no good. Rebound into the corner and out of bounds. Last touched by Westminster and out of bounds. And a new 5 on the floor again for Grove City. So Coach Baker, much like the men's coach, Coach Lammy, they'll run a lot of players in and out of basketball games. Every dead ball, it seems like there's 1 or 2 or 5. Ball goes inside, down low. It's Devlin to Ulmer. Top the key for Thompson. Fires a 3 and hits it. Boy, off the bench and in the hoop for Bethany Thompson.
It's only her 6th 3-ball of the year mark. Now she's 6 of 21 for 3. She ties her game high from Westminster last time they played. She had 3 points against the Titans, now 3 points early today.
There's Mario on the wing. They're certainly not allowing her to get many looks early. Over to Brush. Brush to Grexa. Grexa trying to put it on the floor. She's cut off. He'll go opposite. Try to get it to Grexa, and the ball deflected by Ulmer, and then off of Grexa and out of bounds. Titans just out of sync here early on in offense.
And you can attribute that to the pressure that Grove City's been laying, Mark. They're really putting a lot of pressure on the ball carrier. They're forcing discomfort, and that can be thanked to Baker's timeout early on in the first quarter when Westminster led by as many as 6 points.
Ulmer will come near side for Hazley. Hazley off a pick, little screen on the pick and roll into Ulmer. The lefty layup is up and good. Boy, got deflected, but Ulmer still got it and able to finish. And a 14-point lead for Grove City.
That's now 10 points down low in the paint for Grove City. One of the keys for Coach Scott. Interesting to see how they're going to adjust at the next timeout or the halftime break, depending on which comes first.
Ball to Grexa to the wing. Grexa with a right-hand dribble to the basket. Shot with the right hand is no good. Rebound grabbed by Hudson. Grove City on the run across the timeline. Hudson wing right. In the corner for Thompson. And around the horn to Devlin, top of the key. Left for Hazley. There's Devlin just inside the foul line. Back to Hazley down the lane. Scoop with the right hand, no good. Ulmer with a rebound, glass and good. Emma Ulmer, the 6'3" senior. 2 baskets here in the quarter, and she's got 6 points in the game.
And 8 points now for Grove City coming from second chances on the 9th offensive rebound for the Wolverines so far today. It's a nice putback.
Here's Grexa, her shot off the back rim, no good. Ulmer with the rebound. Grove City with 5:42 to go in the first half. Ulmer top of the key. Couple of dribbles with the left hand and then to Hudson. And Hudson back up front. Titans have not scored here in this second quarter. And a 7-0 run in the quarter here for Grove City. Ulmer up top, fires off the rim, no. Hustle and rebound, grab by Hudson. Backdoor cut, here's Thompson to the basket. Layup may have been blocked there by Syka, and the loose ball grab by Grexa.
Good get back from Katie Grex, looking to break a 12-0 run for Grove City.
Ball to Syka, she'll fire and hit a 3. That was much needed for the Titans. Maddie Syka gets her first 3 of the game, 26th of the year, and the Titans have cut it down to 29-16.
Breaks a nearly 6-minute scoreless drought for Westminster as well. That's a huge one to get the water back on.
Hazley step back 3, her shot no good. Now can you get stops and baskets? That will be the recipe. Across the timeline, Arison feeds Mario. Mario back to Arison. And to Syka on the wing. Syka to the basket, and she's going to get called for the travel. Boy, tried to bang her way through a couple of Grove City Wolverines on that one. Called for the travel, and the ball goes back to Grove City on Westminster's 10th turnover here of the first half.
And Grove City's made them pay for those turnovers, Mark, is a 21-8 run in the last 10 minutes or so for Grove City. That's helped them get to this 29-16 lead.
Left wing is Thompson, cut off by Calcamugio, who is checked back in, as has Ava Bennett. Here's Hazley, she'll fire a 3. It's in and out, no good. Thompson fighting for the rebound, ends up in the corner. Good hustle by Calcamugio. She didn't get the rebound that time, but she at least got in the mix, and it's out of bounds off of Katie Devlin.
Well, like I said, Mark, she plays like she's a foot taller than she really is. You know, Bella Calcamuccio, you got to be pleased with her as a first-year player, just as a player overall, but especially as a first-year player. And like you said, you can't just go trade baskets. You got to get stops and then go make baskets, make a basket, then go force a stop. You force a stop on defense, get one back now on the other side of the court.
Calcamuccio working left side, across it to Syka. Syka to the basket off the glass, and there's the first offensive rebound for the Titans. Run down to the corner for Kano. Calcamuccio for three. First shot no good. And the rebound, though, grabbed by Hudson. And it's Grove City ball. Hudson top of the key. Will feed it to Devlin right side. High post for Hoff. And then to Thompson. Thompson working out front. Calcamuccio gets the steal. Well, she's number 6 in the PAC and steals and grabs one right there. The freshman feeds it ahead. Baseline for Bennett. And as she caught it and went to go to the basket, Bennett called for the travel.
Calcamuccio coming into this game with 51 steals on the season. Now she's up to 53.
Ava Bennett, playing time into the rotation with that injury to Ryan Smith, still out with the shoulder injury, not dressed today. Top of the key is McCoy, feed it back, and a little give and go. McCoy gets it back and scores, so the runner for Brooke McCoy's first two.
Now 1 point away from their largest lead of the game, Mark, 31-16, a 15-point deficit for Westminster Colorado. The largest today was 16. Grove City led 29-13 just moments ago.
Right side is Bennett to Kanu. Over to Calcamuccio on the wing. Bella, little give and goal. Nice little pass, and it's up and good for Kano. The give and go, and Kano on the pick and roll able to finish.
Yeah, 6 points for Kano today, Mark. 3 of 6 from the field. Going to need her to be the star player they know she can be, even more so in that second half.
Devlin down the lane with a left-hander. Shots off the side bankboard, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Bennett. Westminster on the run. Calcamuccio top of the key. Feeds it to Kano. Another jumper up. Good, and a foul to go with it. A chance for a three-point play. And on cue, Ben, Grace Kano, back-to-back baskets and a chance for a three-point play.
Well, that's just what you need, Mark. A team leader, 6 points, now 8. Chance to make it 9, and she's one of the better shooters on the team altogether. Leads the team in field goal percentage, just under 52%, 58% from the free throw line. As we all know famously, no three-point attempts either. Loves that mid-range jumper.
Kano line right. The foul shots off the front rim, no good. Couple of substitutions for both teams. Grexa diving for that loose ball. Cannot get the rebound. It's out of bounds. And Grove City gets the basketball. Titans have cut 5 off the largest lead. It's down to 11 with 2:26 to go first half.
Grove City only made 1 of their last 6 field goal attempts, and that's been thanks to the pressure Westminster's been putting on like they are right now.
Cross-court pass is over everybody, and I think a finger on it maybe by Calcamuccio. Ball will stay with Grove City. Everybody alive on the bench there.
Good dodge by Coach Scott, I know that. I don't know if they're doing dodgeball for D3 week coming up in April, but if they are, I want her on my team.
Coach Scott on your team. Here's the ball inside. That's going to be an offensive foul on the push-up on Brooke McCoy. She bangs into Grexa.
Yeah, it's good by Grexa to keep her feet planted, draw that foul. Like we said earlier, Mark, you can't just make baskets and trade them. You got to make baskets and go get stops. And that's what Westminster's been doing these last 5 minutes.
Second team foul on Grove City. Westminster without a team foul here in the quarter. Here's Grexa to the basket with a right hand off the glass and good. Kitty Grexa with 4. Westminster trails 31-22. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. On that left wing, that's Kate Klein in for the first time, wearing number 2. To Hazley on the wing. Hazley behind the back dribble, feeds it to McCoy, 3 in the air, rattles out, and Bella Calcamuccio with a rebound. Titans getting stops, trying to continue to get points, and as they cross the timeline, timeout going to be taken by Westminster, down by 9 with 1:39 to go here in the first half.
Mark, WCN's must-watch show, Titan Town Sports, has a new episode every Thursday. Catch all the action plus inside stories on sports from around Titan Town, Westminster, and the President's Athletic Conference, high school sports, and more. Join us each week as we break down the big games, talk to coaches and players, dig behind the scenes to keep you connected on everything happening in sports in our area. Don't miss Titan Town Sports on the Westminster College Network, WCN.
And as Westminster battling Grove City. Grove City number 1 in the north. Let's go down to Derek McClafferty. Derek, go ahead.
Yeah, guys, just listening into the Grove City huddle during this last timeout. Coach Baker very pleased with his defense thus far, but encouraging them now to get back out there. They've kind of struggled as of late in these last 5 minutes, so Coach Baker encouraging his team to get back out there, get their defense back going strong.
Thank you, Derek. Westminster has cut into that 16-point lead. It's down to 9 of it. Continue to trim and get into the half. Here's the ball left side. It goes to Brush and back out front for Kano. Kano to Brush on the left wing. Around a pick. It'll give and go to Kano. Back out front for Bennett, who tracks it down near the midcourt stripe. Ball poked away and then over and back. Yep, good defense on the pressure there by Kate Klein. And the last team with possession was Westminster, so that's why they get the over and back call. Turnover number 12 for Westminster.
And Grossi's been making Westminster pay for those 12 turnovers. Mark 13 points off of turnovers today for the Wolverines, only 6 for Westminster. Whenever you can have that opportunity to have your opponent slip up here or there, take the ball back, because again, foul has not really been a problem so far today. 3 fouls this quarter for Westminster, only 2 fouls for Grove City, none for Westminster, so you got to take it wherever you can get it.
There's Hazley, foul line extended. Her jumper's up and good. Hadn't scored in the quarter and quickly gets her first 2 of the quarter now. 7 in the game for Hazley and back up to an 11-point lead.
Now 15 points off turnovers also for the Wolverines.
Ball ahead left side, Grexa, top of the key for Calcamugio. Calcamugio down the lane, shot blocked inside. Getting a piece of that was Ulmer. Ulmer about a foot taller than Bella Calcamugio, and as she continues to learn the college game, Bella will figure out a way to get that ball higher up off the glass and around the big players, but Ulmer gets that one.
13-inch mismatch. Marcy 6'3" center Emma Ulmer up against the 5'2" guard in Bella Calcamugio.
Here's the inbound baseline for Grexa to the basket. From behind is McCoy going to pick up the foul, I believe, and there'll be 2 shots here. That was McCoy with the foul. So Katie Grexa will shoot 2. Talked to Katie before the game a bit today, and she had that big turnaround bank shot to win the game. I said, Katie, was the play for you? She goes, oh, no. It was never for me. I was supposed to set a pick for up top for Katie Mario, and it didn't work, and she went down, and they threw her the ball, and I said, well, did you call banks? And she banked it, and she goes, oh, no, my eyes were closed, she said. He said, I just turned and fired it, banked it home for the winner. First college winner. I said, did you ever have a game winner before? She said, no. She said she had a buzzer beater before. She threw one in, she said, from about midcourt once to beat a buzzer, but that was the first game winner for Grexheimer. 33-22. The lead for Grove City, 43 seconds to go. Hudson to the baseline. Ball off her foot and back out front to Ulmer. Working with the left hand, top of the key, and an offensive foul going to be called on Grove City. That's going to be on Ulmer on the pick. And the ball back to Westminster.
Quickly 2 fouls now for Ulmer, her team's 4th. Shouldn't really be a problem, less than or almost half a minute remaining in this first half. But when Westminster playing as clean as they have been all day, only 3 fouls this whole ball game.
Westminster gets Mario into the game. Shot clock about 5 seconds underneath the game clock here with 27 seconds to go. Bounce right side for Saika, baseline drive. Forced to the baseline, back to Kano. Foul line jumper up front rim, no good. And the rebound underneath, grabbed by Klein. 15 seconds. Grove City basketball and an 11-point lead.
And a lot of good looks for Westminster so far this half.
Mack feeds it on that right side. Up top. It goes McDowell to the basket. Shot with left hand, no good. Grexa slaps the rebound out mid-court. And that's going to end the first half of basketball. We are at the half with the score. Grove City 33 and Westminster 22. We're back with some numbers from the first half and then hope to talk to Westminster men's coach Dave Richards at the half as well. Halftime again, it's Grove City 33, Westminster 22 on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Derek McClafferty as Coach Roseanne Scott. Let's go down to Coach Scott and Derek McClafferty.
Coach Scott, trailing by 11 so far in this game. How do you guys get back on track in the second half?
Our offense is stagnant. We're forcing things that aren't there. We haven't made a free throw, so we just need to get back offensively, finding our chemistry on that end of the floor.
How do you guys get that offense back up and going?
They're a pressing team. They're up pressuring you, and they're trying to rush you, and we're doing exactly what they want us to do. So we just need to relax. They're forcing us to use our left hand. We're still trying to drive the right side. So we just have to relax offensively and not try to force things that aren't there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much, Coach Roseanne Scott and Derek McClafferty at the half with the score 33-22. Grove City leading Westminster. Some of the numbers from the first half look like this. Grace Kano leading the way with 8 points for Westminster and 8 points for Reese Hazley on the Grove City side. We'll dig more into those in a moment. We're going to take a quick break and be back with Coach Richards, though. Westminster at the half, trailing Grove City 33-22. Back with more in a moment. Your home of the Titans is WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks, located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
Yeah.
Back here at Westminster College, Mark Slazak along with Ben Kelly, Derek McClafferty here as well. And as usual, at the half of the ladies' game, we are joined by Westminster men's coach David Richards. Coach, welcome in.
Thanks for having me.
Coach had a nice win on Saturday as knocking out Bethany, put 96 on the board. Really a lot of guys getting involved offensively. And the freshman, how about that guy? Lucas Stanley with 9 threes in the game. Actually ties Coach Hannon on the Westminster list for threes. How was that?
Yeah, he shot it pretty well on Saturday. Actually, I didn't realize he made 9. I might have kept him in a little longer to make sure he beat Coach Hannon's his marks. But yeah, I mean, he shot it really well. And we know Lucas shoots it really well. He's had a few games where he's had open looks and they've just gone in and out. We knew he was going to have a big game eventually.
And there's no doubt, and you can see it, and we've talked about this before. It's almost like every time he has the basketball in open look, everybody on the bench is up giving the 3 signal. They're thinking that ball is going in. So I know he's made a lot in practice, but he had to really have the feel for it on Saturday and made a huge difference. When you look at your team, I know 96 points is not what you put on the board all the time, but you've scored 100 a couple times. You've scored 96. Is the 3 ball kind of the key to get you up in there, or what?
Yeah, I think so. When we shoot it really well, it makes us really hard to guard because we have so many guys that can score in the paint. With DJ getting to the rim and Trey and Drew finishing around the rim, we have guys making shots from the perimeter. It just makes us really hard to guard.
When you look at your team as we now get to the end of the season, you've clinched that number 1 spot already here in the North. You play a team like Grove City today that kind of plays different than everybody else.
Yeah.
What do you look at when you come into a game like Grove City?
Yeah, the thing we've been talking about is we want to be playing our best basketball going into the PAC playoffs. And we know Grove City plays a different little style, but it's a great test for us. To continue to work on our defense, continue to work on our offense. And really, it's a toughness game for 40 minutes. Coach Lamy does a terrific job. His teams are always, extremely tough to play against. They play really hard. They attack the offensive glass. So, just a great opportunity for us to get better today.
Grove City has 2 really good veteran players, and Mike Christensen and Kyle Randall. Talk about those 2.
Yeah, Mike Christensen, he's one of the most efficient offensive players in the league. When you look at his numbers, he's averaging 19 a game, 48 from the floor, 46 from 3. So he's a tough guard. We got to do a really good job of making him take tough ones. When he can really get going, when he's making open catch and shoot threes, when he's getting to the rim. So we got to kind of limit those two shot attempts for him. And then Kyle Randall, another guy, is playing really well lately. He's PAC Player of the Week last week. He averaged 26 the last 2 games. I think he shot 66% from 3 the last 2 games. So a really good shooter. He has a quick release. We got to do a great job of having aggressive closeouts on him and, making him put the ball on the floor.
Yeah, Randall had 6 of 6 against Allegheny and made 8 threes in the last game against Waynesburg, so he's been on fire. You look at a guy like Christensen, and when we go back and think about the game where you beat Grove City up there, Christensen still had near 20 points, but all his shots were contested. They were difficult. He still makes them, though. The fadeaways and all. He's got a lot in his package.
He makes a lot of tough shots.
Yeah.
A lot of tough shots. And that's what makes him a tough guard. I mean, he kind of takes the shots that you kind of want the offense to take, but he's such a good player. He makes them. We just got to do a good job, make sure they're contested and not easy looks.
When you talk to your guys and you get into a game like Grove City and you mention the physicality, they probably are, if not the top, maybe one of the top 2 most physical teams in the league. Is there anything you tell them differently getting into that game?
No, I just think you have to be aware that it's going to be a physical battle for 40 minutes. You're going to get hit every possession. You just got to be ready for it. Again, it's just another great opportunity for us to get better and, a good toughness game for us.
Anything at this point of the season that you feel like the team still really, you want them to do a little bit better as we get down the stretch here?
I would say, not having the bad stretches defensively. I think that's kind of hurt us in some of the games we've lost. When you look at the Allegheny game, we had a couple of bad stretches defensively. And when you look at the Franciscan game, we had some bad stretches defensively. So trying to eliminate, those, 4 or 5 minute bad stretches defensively, because that hurts when you play good teams. There's always going to be some times where you have maybe a 3-4 minute bad stretch offensively where the ball's not going in. So you're going to hang your hat defensively, and continue to get stops.
Right now you give up 71 points a game. That's number 3 in the PAC. I'm going to throw a negative stat at you, though. You're the worst team in the PAC, percentage-wise, in guarding the three-point arc. Is that any major, or is that just some bad luck?
Yeah, well, it's not what we want to do.
Right.
We're last in three-point field goal percentage, but we're first in the least amount of makes.
Right.
So I think we do a good job of not allowing guys to get threes off. We just have to do a better job of maybe not allowing good shooters to get threes off.
And that's going to ask, where does that balance come in?
It's tough. I mean, one of our defensive keys is really not allowing catch and shoot threes to good shooters. And I think overall we've done a good job by not allowing a lot of attempts. We just have to do a better job of making sure they're contested.
You even look back at that and talk about that number and you like a percentage. That percentage actually kind of surprised me because there have been quite a few guys that have just caught and fired like a wild three, and they go in. And even going back to Ostrowski and finishing a game that goes to overtime, and probably the most miraculous shot we've seen this year against Westminster. So a little bit bad luck once in a while, but I like that the number is low. And again, that's probably what you look at more than anything. But anything you feel like you want to do, you talk about things that you want to improve on. Is there anything you want to really kind of keep doing? What's working best right now for the Titans?
I think our ball movement has been really good. When we move the ball, we generate a lot of good shots. We have a lot of good playmakers. We have guys that can stretch the floor. We have guys that can finish the rim. So when our ball movement's really good, our offense is really good.
I'm going to ask a question, and I'm going to get a bad answer to you because I know you didn't. But I have to ask it. But you look at the South. You look at those teams in the South. You're the number one in the North. Is there anybody you're looking at right now like, well, maybe it's going to be them, or I'd rather play them? Anything?
No, honestly, we really haven't looked at it a ton. We're focused on Grove City. They're a really good team. We can't take them lightly. And, again, we want to be playing our best basketball going into the next week.
I knew that was going to be the answer. But I figured I'd ask it anyways. Just to get it out. You never know. Well, thank you, Coach. I wish you luck today against Grove City. It'll be a physical battle nonetheless, and we'll see who comes out on top. And right now we're at the half. The ladies, it's 33-22. The Westminster ladies trail Grove City. We're back with more in a moment. You're home with the Titans, WCN. Thank you, man.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle, Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks, located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
Back here at Buzz Riddle Gymnasium, Westminster College, Mark Slazak along with Ben Kelly and Derek McClafferty. Thank you so much to men's coach David Richards joining us at the half. Westminster men leading the North. Grove City women, they're leading this game right now, 33-22. They lead the North as well. Westminster in the third spot. And some of the numbers from the first half. Westminster led by Grace Kano, 4 of 8 from the field, missed her only free throw attempt for 8 points. Maddie Saika, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from the line for 5. Katie Grexa, 2 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from the line for 4. Katie Mario has a 3, Kennedy Arison a 2. Coach Scott talking to Derek McClafferty just before the half, mentioned no free throws made. 0 of 5 are the Lady Titans in that first half. Westminster shot 10 of 26 from the field, 38%, 2 of 6 from 3 at 33%, and then that 0 of 5 from the line.
That's right, Mark, and Reese Hazley leads Grove City with 8 points. And we saw 12 Grove City players score in their win against Waynesburg on Saturday, but we've seen 7 score so far in this first half. From the field, Grove City is 32.5%, 13 of 40 from the field, 5 of 16 from 3 at 31.3%, and only 4 free throws, 2 trips to the line, 4 free throws. They are 2 of 4 from the charity stripe.
Rebounding wise, Westminster trailing Grove City 27-19. A big number, 10 offensive rebounds early on for Grove City. Westminster just with 2 offensive rebounds in the game. That's the discrepancy in the rebound battle so far. Westminster turned the ball over 12 times in the first half to Grove City's 7. And just to throw another number at you, 4 steals early on in the game for Grove City's Alexa McDowell. And a couple assists for Katie Grexa and Bella Calcamugio on the Westminster side. 2 for Reese Hazley.
Well, and you just talk about, Mark, is the turnovers, everything like that. The reason why is that Westminster is trailing the points from turnovers 15-6, and second chance points, none for Westminster, 8 for Grove City. Westminster did lead by 6 around halfway through the first quarter. Grove City has led by 16 as recently as halfway through the second quarter. It was a 12-0 scoring run for Grove City. It was a 9-0 scoring run for Westminster. There's been 12 lead changes, and Grove City has led for the majority of this game, 14 and a half minutes.
Take a break, come back with the second half. When we return, it is halftime, and it is 33-22, Grove City over Westminster, right here on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
We are finishing up the last moments here of the first half of the halftime break. 33-22 in the upper left corner of your screen. You can see some of our scores.
That's right, Mark. Hiram trailing Geneva by 4 points. That one a big game. That can really decide the playoff picture. If Geneva wins, then they would take at least the 4 spot, depending on how this one with Westminster falls. And if they win, actually, that it would decide on Saturday who takes that 5 spot. Franciscan over St. Vincent right now, 34-17. The Barons looking for their first PAC win of the season, and they're going up against number 1 in the South, St. Vincent. That could be an incredible upset.
Yeah, we better double check that just to make sure.
Is it flipped?
I don't know, but we'll make sure. But if that is the score, that would be miraculous so far. But you never know. It is backwards. All right, St. Vincent is leading 34-17, and yeah, we appreciate the surprise. Here we go.
Keep
Second
everyone on
half
their toes.
action. Yeah, that's right. Westminster basketball across the timeline. As the Titans in the white uniforms work to our left. Calcamugio tried to skip it cross court. That ball deflected, but into the hands of Kano. Out front for Gregson. Gregson to the paint, has a shot blocked inside Ulmer with another block. And the rebound grabbed by Hudson on the run for Grove City. Hudson all the way coast to coast, righty layup up and in.
Another great turnover forced by Grove City. Another great point coming from the turnover to convert on the mistake, and the great defensive play by the Wolverines.
Calcamugio falls to the ground in the backcourt, now tied up by Thompson, and Grove City going to get that ball back.
Well, Mark, this is a big quarter, obviously, for Westminster, but good news, this is when they have their most points. They score over 360 points altogether in the third quarter. Grove City giving up nearly 380 points this season, which is their most defensively points allowed quarter.
And we'll see if that holds true in this one. Here's Hudson, top of the key. Feeds it right side for the Hazley 3 attempt. It's off the rim, no good, and the rebound out of bounds. Grove City holding this 35-22 lead. They've played the entire game without their star Meredith Sherrod, the 5'11 senior. Came down with the flu after a really good game Saturday against Waynesburg, and Coach Baker hoping to maybe get her back this Saturday, but not sure. And there's another turnover for the Titans as they'll throw it out of bounds on the far side.
Yeah, 15 points for Sherrod against Waynesburg. Mark, she's the PAC Player of the Week. And so far, Grove City did a nice job in not having her absence be the most noticeable.
It hasn't been noticeable at all through the first half, to be perfectly honest. They have done everything they've wanted to do thus far. There's Ulmer on the wing to Hazley. There's a long three. It's wide right, no good. Rebound hit the backboard, and it's grabbed by Katie Grex of Westminster.
Another good defensive rebound for Westminster, the 19th of the day.
Grexa spins into the paint, flips it to a wide open Kano, jumper up and good. Now Katie made the space, and Grace Kano in double figures now with 10. Head to Thompson, thought twice about a three, and feeds it to Hudson. She's not shy. She'll fire the three. It's off the back rim, no good. Then hit the strapping up above that pulls the basket up, and it'll be a dead ball. Goes to Westminster.
Well, Mark, Grace Kano only had 7 points against Bethany. It broke a 15-game streak of 10 points or more. She's only the fifth single-figure game she's had all season.
That's her 10 today, so starting a new streak. Calcamugio gets double teamed as she crosses the midcourt line. Tried to feed it inside, ball deflected, then knocked out of bounds. Westminster will keep it. Very often in this game have we seen the deflections by the Grove City defense on passes by Westminster, and that's what has kept the Titans certainly out of sync on offense. Here's Arison inside to Kano. She split a double team, lays it up and in with the left hand. A tough pass by Arison, and Kano with a tougher finish now with 12.
Yeah, Arison leads in assists for a reason, Mark. Sees a play where most wouldn't. Really nice bounce pass through it and splitting into the defenders. Nice putback as well for Kano.
Thompson out front. Hesitation dribble with the right hand and back to Hudson. Hudson in the paint, spins with the right hand. Off balance, shot is up and good. Well, that was a tough shot. And a big finish for Alexis Hudson.
Well, how about Hudson and Kano now competing for the nicest putbacks of the day so far.
Ball down, there's Kano again, flips it in with the right hand.
Well, I said at the end of the second quarter, the twilight rather of the second quarter, Mark, is that you got to have Grace Kano beat Grace Kano to get back in this game. You got to have your stars be your stars. Quickly, 6 points in this third quarter for Kano.
Titans need to get their stops again now, and here's Gregson knocking one away, dives with 4 legs, and knocks it off the leg of Ulmer and out of bounds. So not afraid to get on the floor and make a dive is Katie Gregson. That was a big play defensively for the Titans.
Yeah, it's good heads-up awareness there from Katie Gregson, Mark. She sees the ball's going out of bounds, and that's not an uncommon thing to do, just throw it off the legs of the opponent, but to have the athleticism to dive to the floor and do it right when you're perfectly parallel to the ground is a nice play there by Katie Gregson.
Calcamugio working hard against Thompson. Gets across the timeline now, sprints to the foul line, into the corner for Grexa. Fakes a baseline jumper to the basket in traffic, can't get the shot to go. And the rebound grab by Hudson of Grove City. 5 changes getting set to come in for the Wolverines. Ulmer feeds it out front for Thompson. And back to Ulmer, who fakes a foul line jumper, spins in the paint, and Grexa with another takeaway. Titans have some numbers here if Grexa wants to push. Grexa to the foul line, feeds it for Arison left side. KO to the baseline, cut off and out of bounds just before she let it go. KO thought she got that pass away before she went out of bounds, and also telling the officials, I had a little assist in getting knocked out of bounds there, but it will belong to Grove City. 5 changes for the Wolverines.
And this is really when Grove City can kind of get themselves back into that lead that they liked having, that 15, 16-point lead, Mark. It's when they have these fresh legs on the floor and they're able to get fresh bodies off the bench.
Ball will go to McCoy, right side, and then back inside. And foul going to be called on Westminster. Calcamugio going to get the foul. Second foul on Bella Calcamugio. And there'll be foul shot opportunities for Haley Mack.
Well, Westminster made it through the second quarter with no fouls at all, and this just the fourth of the ball game.
So Mack line right, first foul shot is up and good. Just her 6th attempt from the line this year. Now 4 out of 6 for the freshman. One more line right for Mack, up and good. Mack gets the pair. Both teams have scored 6 so far here in the second half, and Grove City leads 39-28.
Well, we talk about these line changes a lot, Mark, but easy to think, well, you're subbing in 5, so it's not as strong a team on the field, but that, or on the court, but that's not true at all. Both of these Grove City lines, we'll call them, very, very formidable, and likely will be a starting lineup at many other PAC schools.
Left side, Saika into the paint, try to flip it low to Zelch, and intercepted by Haley Mack. Grove City on the run. Their help defense is very good. Right side on the wing to Hazley. Hazley into the paint. Feeds it back out front. 3 in the air is up and good.
Well, it's paint protection for Westminster, Mark, that allows for that 3 ball to get wide open. One of the keys to the game is protect the paint and make sure that Grove City can't add to the 20 paint points they have already today. Instead, though, it lends itself to the 6th 3 ball of the game, a wide open take and make.
Yeah, Pfeiffer able to hit it. Here's Harrison going down the floor again, and there's nobody there. She made the pass. Harrison throwing the ball where teammates are supposed to be. You can see her frustration, but there's nobody there. 14-point lead for Grove City.
And like I said, when you get those subs on the floor, that's when they start to rejuvenate their offense and get back into that flow of that multi-team point lead.
Out front, and another 3. Feeling it right now is Sarah Pfeiffer. She's knocked down back-to-back 3s, now 14 on the year for the junior.
This is the largest lead of the night, Mark, 17 points.
Harrison will hand to Brush, and then to Maria, who's checked in. Back to Jenna Zelch. Left side, Harrison with a baseline drive. Short jumper is no good. Rebound grabbed by McCoy. She's going to turn and sprint. 1 against 3. She's going to the basket anyways. Left-hand shot blocked by Brush. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Westminster, though. You can see what an aggressive offensive team Grove City is. It was 1-on-3, and McCoy never thought about slowing down. Baseline inbound for Grove City. Inbound will go near side and off the glass and good for Alexa McDole.
Well, that lead just grows and grows, Mark, and that is the fresh bodies, that is the paint points, but it's also the now 2.5 scoreless minutes for Westminster.
Calcamugio, top of the key. Comes around his screen, feeds it inside. Trying to jam it through in a pick and roll, but 2 defenders there to knock it away for Grove City. Mack out front with 4:31 to go in the third. Left side and back out front for McCoy. McCoy feeds it outside for McDole. McDole stop, pop the lefty jumper up and good. Nice little runner for Alexa McDole. She now has 10. And that's going to take us to a Westminster timeout. We'll take that chance now to do a little Dar Huey trivia. We thank Dar Huey, our consummate Titan athletic historian, for providing the question today. Ben, take a look here. The 8-team West Penn Conference was formed prior to 1958. Which of these choices has a team that was not in the original conference? So there's choices. We're looking for the original 8-team Penn West Conference. There's a team that doesn't belong.
I'm gonna keep D in there because I know Westminster and Geneva have a long, long history in every sport. Same with B. And the only one I'm not seeing Westminster in is C. I feel like Dar's got to put Westminster in the answer, so I'm going to go C.
Let's take a look. Answer's B. You get the buzzer.
I think I'm like 0 for 4. I'm doing
Teal.
terribly.
Teal was the team. See, Teal's only in there once. Teal was the missing team.
Just terrible.
Try to learn from this.
I gotta
stop whining about your losses.
Someone to give a message to Dar.
Teal
and say,
right there.
just give me a softball one of these times. Give me a lob. That is.
Thank you, Dar. Learn more about the Titan Towering tradition by visiting the Dar Huey Heritage Center inside Memorial Fieldhouse incredible space, including artifacts and interactive displays. Titan Sports Hall of Fame, all part of what you can do here at Westminster. So thank you, Dar. And do not let up on Ben. He's just got to learn his history.
There's a reason I make the trivia questions for Titan Town Sports, so that I know them and I feel good about it.
Mario on the wing with the basketball for Westminster. Top of the key for Kano. Ladies are down largest deficits, 21. Here's Bennett in the quarter for Calcamugio. Flips it back open. Nice pass to Brush. 3 in the air. Got it. Oh, really nice ball movement. And Angelina Brush gets her first 3.
And only the third 3 of the game for Westminster, and it comes marked from great ball sharing around the perimeter, globe-trotting down low in the paint. Wide open is Brush on the far side, willing to capitalize on it, shrink the lead down.
McCoy going to try to answer, and she does. Brooke McCoy now with 23s on the year. That's the third 3 of the third quarter here for Grove City, and they lead 52-31. Calcamugio to the foul line, feeds it to Mario. Mario around his screen, step backs top of the key, back to Calcamugio. Gets to the block, back out to Mario. High post for Kano. And the Brush to Calcamugio, has space, shoots a 3, hits a 3. Bella Calcamugio gets her first 3 of the game, first 3 points of the game as well. 52-34, Westminster trails.
One of the best shooters on the team, Mark, 37, just under 38% actually, from beyond the arc.
There's McDowell, she'll launch, her shot no good, Kano with a rebound. Westminster gets the stop, and there's a foul from McDowell on the reach-in. Hands up on the logo, mid-court. McDowell picks up her second foul. You can see the 3-pointers. There's Brush with hers. And Calcamugio with her 3. Takes us to a timeout. Let's go down to Derek McClafferty. Derek.
Yeah, guys, Cook got very, very frustrated with her team during that last timeout, especially the offense, telling her team that they had 4 minutes to fix it or else they were done. So look for some potential changes in the fourth quarter to the lineup if this offense doesn't get going.
Thank you, Derek.
Well, Mark, the Westminster Planetarium invites you to explore the wonders of the universe this spring with amazing full-dome planetarium shows from the Earth to the universe will be shown at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, February 18th. The season concludes with Seeing a Photon's Journey at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, March 18th and Friday, March 27th. All shows take place in room 116 of the Hoyt Science Center on the Westminster College campus. Admission is free, but reservations are required. To register or learn more, go to westminster.edu/planetarium.
Grace Kiddo leading the way with 14 points for Westminster. Alexa McDowell with 10. Alexis Hudson with 9 on the Grove City side. Grove City out rebounding Westminster 31-22 with this 2:50 mark to go here in quarter number 3.
Only one Wolverine, despite the lead, Mark, only one Wolverine in double figures. It's McDowell with 10.
Westminster has turned the ball over 18 times here through 2.5 quarters. Came in on the season averaging 18 turnovers. There's Mario on the left wing for Westminster. To Kano, top of the key. Feed it to Mario around a screen. Brush back to Mario. There's space. 3 in the air. Got it. Katie Mario will get her second triple of the game at her 59th of the year. Westminster trails 52-37.
Just whenever you can start to compound these buckets, whenever you can try and get someone going from beyond the arc.
And again, an answer to a Westminster 3 quickly, this time by Hudson. That's happened on several occasions here in the third quarter.
You got to think Grove City's happy to just trade the deep ball the rest of the way, Mark. If they can certainly pull it as well as Westminster.
Brush feeds it to Mario. Mario puts it on the floor, gets the baseline right. Now spins back up top and gives it to Kano. And to Calcamugio around a screen. Calcamugio fires underneath for Brush, and it's knocked out of bounds. Boy, had her, didn't see her till late. When she finally saw her, ball got deflected out of bounds. That's just where the whole offense has been today, about 1 second late.
Now 8 seconds to shoot for Westminster. How do they drop a play from the inbound on the baseline?
Calcamugio looking out to Brush. Brush to Mario, top of the key, catch and shoot 3, bangs it off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound grabbed by Grove City. It's Thompson on the run. Bethany Thompson hesitates, feeds it inside for Ulmer, and then a whistle and a Kano foul.
saw Grace Kano. A little bit surprised, similar thing happened to Kennedy Harrison earlier in the quarter. As she fell out of bounds, she thought she was pushed out. Kano.
Lob on the inbound goes to Ulmer and out front for Thompson. Thompson spins in the paint, double team. Feed it back outside. 3 in the air by Hazley, no good. And we get somebody holding on the rebound. It's going to go against Katie Mario. First foul on Mario, third Titan team foul here with a minute 24 to go in the third.
It's been a clean game, Mark. I mean, only 3 fouls for Westminster this quarter, 5 or 6 overall in the game. It's just been a really nice display of good defense played and good opportunities taken advantage of, especially by Grove City.
Defense there by hands brushed to poke that out of bounds. Grove City will trigger again near their own bench. And Coach Baker goes out front for Hudson. Hudson puts it on the floor to the basket with the left hand is up and good. A good drive and finish for Alexis Hudson. There's 9 here in the second half and 12 in the game. Calcamugio crosses it to Mario. Mario feeds it back out front. Right side for Grexa. Foul line for Kano. Jumper off the front rim, no good. Rebound grab by Hudson on the run. Hudson to the foul line. Behind her to Hazley for 3. It's off the rim, no. And Grexa fights for the rebound and takes it out of the air with 2 hands.
And now 21 of the 23 rebounds come from the D-board.
Quickly to the basket. Mario in traffic. Off the glass, no good. Rebound. Kano back up, no good. And Thompson with a rebound. 36 seconds to go in the third. Thompson on the wing.
Notice the pace of this Grove City offense. There are no hurry marks. They're happy to just keep drawing plays up and wind that shot clock down.
Game clock at 18, shot clock at 11. Hazley working with a right-hand dribble. Out front, Hudson catch and shoot. The open 3 is good. Alexis Hudson with her third 3.
And that's what you get when you take your time, you wind that shot clock down.
Well, the inbound knocked away by Grove City with 4.7 seconds to go here in the third.
Take your time, you wind that shot clock down. You're not too stressed, you're not too pressed for time. Lower heart rate, easier 3.
Long pass goes ahead to Mario. She'll launch from 27, and it's wide, maybe even 37, and out of bounds. And that's going to end this third quarter with the score. Grove City 60 and Westminster 37. We'll take the break here and be back with the fourth when we return on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks, located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
Well, tough third quarter. Grove City outscores Westminster 27-15. Let's go down to Derek McClafferty. Derek.
Guys, Coach Baker still very emphasizing that the team needs to keep it up. They need to keep the energy up. Grove City looking to clinch that number 1 spot in the PAC North with a win and an Allegheny loss. Right now, Allegheny is in teal taking on the Tomcats, and they lead by just 5 right before halftime. So important for the Grove City Wolverines to keep it up on offense during this game.
Thank you very much, Derek. Westminster will inbound with Kennedy Harrison out there. Quinn O'Leary in for the first time, wearing 23. Baseline for Harrison. There's O'Leary, top of the key. Syka, wing left. Syka to O'Leary, thought about a 3, will drive baseline into a double team, looking for help, and as he tries to cross it out front, she throws it away. Stolen by Hazley. Hazley bangs into Harrison. Shot no good. Rebound no out of the hands of Zelch. Right into the hands of Ulmer and then knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Grove City.
That's the 19th turnover that Grove City has caused today. And going out of the third quarter, Mark, they've got 25 points off of turnovers.
Taking full advantage of Westminster turnovers and turn them into points. Here's Ulmer in the paint, and she'll turn it over, throw it right to Quinn O'Leary for the Titan steal.
Oh, no slouch. Westminster now has forced Grove City into 10 turnovers.
O'Leary tried to get that ball inside to Zelch. Ball poked out of bounds. Baseline inbound for the Titans. Should be just low sideline on the inbound. Still a box set for a brush. Still looking, and that ball deflected and intercepted. There's Hazley, left wing. Feed it underneath, intended for Ulmer, and into the cheerleaders. Peyton Mill there as well. Peyton could not get it. He just decided to take care of the camera. Take care of the camera. Yeah, he has been okay with his basketball skills in his life. One of the all-time leading scorers at nearby Hickory High School. And he had some time here on this court at Westminster where he filled it up a couple of days as well.
Had a career high against Grove City, actually.
It was ball to Saika and out front Harrison. Harrison comes around his screen from Zelch. And then to Brush to the foul line. Feed it out to Saika. Thought about a three. Gives it the Brush. Long two. Shot no good. And the rebound grab by Hazley.
There's no one there for the offensive board for Grove City. They put the focus on getting back home on defense. Allows for Grove City to have a nice keyboard.
Ulmer inside. Feed it out front. Devlin to the basket with a right hand shot. No good, but a foul on Jenna Zelch.
Well, it won't be a deciding factor. At least it's not a deciding factor in this game right now, Mark. But Westminster 0 of 5 from the free throw line. Grove City 4 of 6 as they head back to the charity stripe now. Minute and a half or so into this fourth quarter.
Think about it. Not a lot of inside opportunities. The Titans have not gotten the ball to the paint a lot. Avery Mayer going to check in for Rush. We're in 31. I read the 5'8" freshman. Line right. Foul shot up and good for Devlin. Kaylee Devlin, a sophomore. It's her first. Has one more coming line right. That one off the back rim, no good. Rebound grab by Hoff, and then she's tied up. This ball will stay with Grove City.
That's a really, really nice job by Hoff, the 5'10" senior out of Coraopolis and Walsh High School. She only played 1 minute against Westminster, Mark, when they met earlier on in the season. But she does a great job of getting that rebound and keeping the ball on this side of the floor.
1-4 low set. Aggressive defense there by Mayer. Going to be a foul. Westminster picking up their second foul here of the third quarter. Katie Grexa comes back out onto the bench. She was in the locker room area with the trainer, so we'll try to get an idea of what's up with Katie Grexa. Off the inbound. Mack throws it out of bounds. She thought Hoff was going to pop out. She did not, so Grove City will turn it over. Just the 12th turnover of the game for Grove City.
Westminster only 6 points off of turnovers.
Out of bounds, and Westminster will turn it over and give it back to Grove City. Grove City +2. They turn over 16 times a game, but they usually force opponents into at least 18 turnovers, and they force Westminster into 21 at this point.
Yeah, they've got the 4th best turnover margin in the PAC at +2.1.
And quickly to the basket with a right-hand layup, Brooke McCoy. And McCoy now with 7 in the game, and Grove City leads 63-37. Harrison trapped as she crosses the timeline with a hesitation dribble, gets all the way to the baseline, and then a reach-in foul on Grove City will be their first foul of the fourth. Calcamugio and Bennett check in for Harrison and Saika. Giving the Titans an all-freshman lineup.
And that is the 3rd foul for Brooke McCoy so far today. In a game where a lot of fouls have been happening. Unfortunate to see a player get into foul trouble, at least as close as we can get with this point in the game.
O'Leary, top of the key, feed to Calcamugio. Left-hand dribble to the left wing. Calcamugio. Off of Mayer's screen, out to O'Leary. Left side for Mayer, fires the shot at the shot clock, but I'm going to say a violation. Titans do not get the shot off, so Grove City causing yet another turnover with 7:51 to go.
And that's just the pressure that we've seen all day, Mark, is it's the discomfort that Grove City is able to put on Westminster and not let them get a shot off comfortably, or in that case, even in time.
Let's see what the youngsters can do on the defensive side. Here's a long three. It's up and good for Piper. Piper's had a good second half. Piper's knocked down 3 second-half threes, and that's all 9 of her points. Captamugio from Mayer right side. Mayer around the screen from Zelch. A back cut for O'Leary to the baseline. O'Leary feeds it back inside for Captamugio. Bella puts it on the floor out to O'Leary. She's open. 3 in the air. That's off the back rim, no good, and the rebound grab by McCoy. Brooke McCoy had his steam, feeds it in the corner. 3 for McDowell is off the rim, no good. Long rebound grab by Mayer.
Well, what's nice is that all first years on the court now for Westminster, and you aren't really able to tell, Mark. They're playing right on par with that starting lineup of Westminster in terms of effort and speed.
Calcamugio between the circles. Works to her left, fires a 3 and hits it. Bella Calcamugio. It's her second 3 of the game.
Nice
23 on the year now.
A nice little line drive, and it helps create separation from the top of the key. Shifts left, and nothing but net on the line drive.
The backdoor cut for Mack. Her shot is up and no good. Rebound Mayer. Hands the ball to O'Leary across the timeline. O'Leary will back dribble and reset for Westminster. Out to Mayer, fires a 3. It's off the back rim, no good. Rebound to the floor, and on one hop grab by Hoff. Ahead to McDowell. McDowell had it stripped away. It's a takeaway for Calcamugio with the good hands. Calcamugio sprints ahead, gives the ball to Bennett in the paint. Shots off the rim, no good. No contact, but no call, and Grove City on the run, leading by 26. Goes inside for Hoff against Zelch. Hoff shot blocked in there. Jenna Zelch gets the block ball out of bounds, and time for a new Grove City 5. And Ange Ukiagu checking in for Westminster. We're in number 3. Ukiagu, the lone senior on this Westminster ladies roster. We'll check in for Zelch.
Playing in her last home game of her career.
Ball inbound. Goes to McCoy, actually Hudson I should say. Spins and shoots with the left-hander shot, no good, and the rebound grab by Ukiagu. Caitlin Kreitzer getting set to check in for Westminster. Calcamugio to O'Leary with 5:28 to go. O'Leary to Bennett. Bennett down the lane. Bennett with the left hand off the glass and good. Ava Bennett will give Westminster their second basket here in the fourth quarter.
Bennett only now 6 points across her last 11 games played.
Backdoor cut wide open. Devlin's going to lay it in as Grove City continues to run their offense with both the first and second unit. Doesn't matter. 68 now on the board for Grove City. O'Leary on that wing left. And catch with Mayer. And out to Ukiagu, top of the key. Calcamugio to the foul line. Feeds it in the corner for Bennett with a baseline drive. Flips it back to Calcamugio. Thought about a 3 and doesn't take it. Right side for O'Leary. Shot clock at 5. Quinn to Calcamugio. Step back 3 is off the rim, no good. Rebound run down in the corner by Hazley.
Good rebound there by Hazy, and a good head of steam driving into the paint.
Hazy is just going to bang right into the nearest Westminster Titan, and she's been called for the charge, I should say, as Calcamugio takes the charge. Hazley never slowed down off that rebound and all the way to the basket. And that takes us to the media timeout on Reese Hazley's first foul. Media timeout of the action. We'll take a timeout as well with the score 68-42. Grove City over Westminster right here on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
Back here at Westminster College, you're looking at Coach Scott trying to implore the troops. And some of the youngsters in there seeing action here in that second half of this fourth quarter. A lot of freshmen, plus Ukiagu, the senior. Right now, Alexis Hudson leading the way for Grove City with 17, 12 for Sarah Pfeiffer, and 10 for Alexa McDole. And Westminster led by Grace Kana with 14. So Kreitzer checks in, wearing number 4 for Westminster. And also into the game for the first time, Amara DeFrank, 5'9" freshman. Frank's in there on the near side, wearing number 12. There's Kreitzer. Feeds it to DeFrank out front. And to Ukiagu. And to Mayer, little motion offense for the Titans. Mayer to the baseline. Feeds it back out front for Bennett. Bennett to Mayer. Mayer into the paint. Back out to Kreitzer. Kreitzer going to fire a 3. It's short off the rim. No good. And the rebound grabbed by Anna Novelli, who's in for the first half. We're in 44 for Grove City. Right side on the wing. Emily King is checked in. She's wearing 12. Trying to get it back to Novelli, and a takeaway for the Titans. Ukiagu took it away for a moment, but then stepped out of bounds.
Well, Mark, this has been a strong defensive showing from Grove City. Nothing new. They've got 6 games where they've allowed fewer than 50 points. 3 games they've allowed fewer than 40 points, and looking to do it 2 times in a row. They only gave up 46 points against Waynesburg back on Saturday.
Kreitzer slaps it out of bounds on the reset for Grove City. Yep, a good defensive performance again for Grove City and Coach Baker. Right side is Mack. Feed it behind her to Josie Fortuna, who's in for the first time. There's a 3 in the air for Novelli. Shot no good. Weak side rebound, though, kept alive by Emily King. Getting downhill to the basket. Shot with a right hand for Kate Klein, the freshman. And she gets fouled. Kreitzer going to pick up the foul.
Katie Klein on the line for Grove City. She'll shoot 2 shots.
Line right. Foul shot is up and good for Kate Klein. And there's one more, line right. 69-42 Grove City. Shots off the front rim, no good. The second rebound to the floor, be a jump ball opportunity. Several times Grove City's got in there on their own missed foul shot to get at least a piece of a rebound or a tie-up.
Well, and because of that, Mark, they've gotten 15 offensive rebounds to Westminster's 3. They're out-rebounding them altogether, 44-27. One of the reasons the game's gone the way it has.
Mayer to the baseline. Cut off there. Looking opposite. And Kreitzer with a great catch in the corner, but out of bounds. Great hands by Kreitzer to at least get her hands on the ball, but could not stay in bounds.
Second time now on either side of the court where we've seen a great play with a hand of a Westminster player, and then just a foot out of bounds with Ukiagu on the other near side corner just moments ago.
Left side Klein. The ball slapped away by Kreitzer, who's on the floor, and Grove City will keep it. And there's another Kreitzer reach in, and this time I think Caitlin's going to get a foul. She will. Picks up her second foul as Caitlin Kreitzer. Team foul number 4, baseline inbound for Grove City.
Well, Grove City still relentless on both sides of the ball, holding Westminster to a scoreless last 2.5 minutes. Titans 1 of 5 in their last 5 field goal attempts.
They just 5 points in this fourth quarter. Shot with a right hand by Novelli, no good. Got her own rebound. Ball to the floor, grabbed by Kreitzer, and then a collision. Kreitzer smashing into Emily King, and Emily King, wrong place, wrong time foul.
Watching the Olympic hockey, Mark, that's a good body check thrown there in the open court. You can't do it in basketball, but it was good for Kreitzer to just pop right back up.
Kreitzer across the timeline, right side for Ava Bennett. To Ukiagu, top of the key. Hands puts it on the floor, hands to Mayer. Mayer to the basket. Mayer bangs in, and she gets fouled. And Avery Mayer is going to get a couple of foul shots.
Well, Mayer, her older sister, plays at St. Vincent. She looked at Latrobe and New Wilmington for potential college basketball opportunities, and then she said, you know, you don't have to come to St. Vincent just for me. You can go to Westminster and be your own player. And here she finds herself now making that first free throw.
Avery Mayer on the year, 3 of 3 from the foul stripe. One more time is in and out, no good. Rebound to the floor, grabbed by Grove City. It's King on the run to the wing. Titans trailing 69-43. Klein dribbles and flips it in the corner for King, and back to Klein with a baseline drive, and can't stay in bounds. Good defense there by Kreitzer to cut her off, and ball back to Westminster. Grove City's turned the ball over 15 times in this game. Westminster 24.
And hasn't Grove City made Westminster pay for it? 30 points off of turnovers.
Kreitzer with a nice flip into Ukiagu. Can't get the shot to go with a foul. And Ange Ukiagu will get to the foul line. Ange has not had a foul line trip this year.
She picked up her first basket mark at W&J just 2 weeks ago. Talked to Coach Scott on senior day. I go, you only got one senior. You got to miss Ange. And she goes, well, she's one of the best teammates she's ever seen in her time here at Westminster. Knows and loves her role, and great ambassador for the team as well.
Cannot get the foul shots to go. Rebound tapped around to the floor. And Mayer fighting for it, and eventually what do we have? We got the tie up and the arrow to Grove City. Almost got Mayer's arm kind of pulled back. I think the official jumped in there quick and could get hurt.
How about a game where there were really no foul trouble? Now both teams at risk, with Grove City at 5 this quarter, Westminster 4.
Across the timeline comes Grove City. It's Mack, top of the key, flips it to Novelli, gonna fire a 3 and hit it. Anna Novelli makes her first 3 of the year. She had been 0-4 coming in. She missed one already today and now nails that one for her first 3 in a college career. And Grove City up by 29. Mayer to the baseline. And stripped away. It's going to be a takeaway. Almost. Well, they try to throw it off the leg of Kreitzer. She almost made a great save to keep it alive before Tuna comes away with a loose ball, and it's a Grove City takeaway with a minute 17.
How about that Novelli 3 mark? She hadn't scored since over a month, January 17th against Chatham. Her career high is 4 points. Well, just a free throw away from tying it.
Ball left side. And down low with a spinning right hand shot up and good for Emily King. 74-43.
Only her 10th bucket made, King, this season.
Grove City with the lead. Ukiagu goes opposite for DeFrank. She's going to fire from 3. It's wide right, no good. On a rebound across the timeline. Goes to Klein. Now DeFrank on that is her first shot attempt for Westminster freshman. Into the paint, shot no good for Mack. Rebound grab for Bennett. Bennett ahead, left side for Kreitzer, puts it on the floor to the baseline, out to DeFrank. Frank to Mayer, shots in the air, glass, and no, off the rim. With 18 seconds, the rebound grab by Klein. Head across the timeline for Mack. She's going to slow things down and dribble this one out. With plenty of time on the shot clock as it matches the game clock. And Grove City is going to continue their hold on first place in the north. And Grove City with a win over Westminster. The final in this one, Grove City 74 and Westminster 43. Grove City moving to 16-8 on the season, 10-5 in the pack, first in the north. And Westminster falling now to 9-15 on the season. They are 6-9 here in PAC play. And we'll try to get a word with Coach Scott, but before we do that, we'll take a quick timeout. Back with more in a moment. Final score was 74-43. Grove City over Westminster on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
Back here at Buzz Riddle Gymnasium, Mark Slazak along with Ben Kelly. Let's go sidelines. Derek has Coach Scott. Derek?
Coach Scott, a very frustrating night for you guys, both on offense and defense. How do you guys get right before a big game against Geneva on Saturday?
Well, we got to learn from our mistakes. We got to play team basketball, and we have to move on from it. We can't have this in the back of our heads, but we have to learn from it.
Despite the frustration, you still have a lot of your goals in front of you. How do you guys get right going into the playoffs, and what lessons can you take from a frustrating game like this going into the playoffs?
I mean, we might have needed this to kickstart it and start going because, we did not play team basketball. We did not play ourselves. So, maybe we needed a little hit like this, and then like we have done, we've always bounced back. So we'll look to bounce back.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Derek McClafferty, with Coach Roseanne Scott. Westminster falling 74-43. Some of the numbers from this one: Grove City led by Alexis Hudson with 17. 7 of 12 from the field, 3 of 6 of those from 3. 12 points from Sarah Pfeiffer, as Sarah hit 4 of her 5 3-point attempts. 10 for Alexa McDowell. 8 points for Reese Hazley. 6 for Kaylee Devlin. 5 points in the game for Bethany Thompson. Emma Ulmer with 4. Brooke McCoy with 4. 2 from Haley Mack. 3 from Anna Novelli on a 3. King with 2. Klein with 1. Grove City shoots 28 of 70, 40%, 12 of 23, 39% from 3, 6 of 10 from the line.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. And overall, Hudson leads for Grove City with 11 points, or pardon me, Grace Kano leads with 14 points. Kennedy Harrison with 2, Bella Calcamuccia with 6, Maddie Syka 5, Katie Grexa 4, Ava Bennett had 2, Katie Mario 6 with 2 deep balls, and Ange Brush with 3, and then Mayer with only 1 point from that free throw, the only free throw made by Westminster.
Time to look at our Westminster WCN and Tight Radio player of the game.
It's going to go to Grace Kano, Mark. Only 18 minutes played, but she made them all count. 14 total points, 7 of 13 from the field, 3 rebounds, and an assist. Kano been player of the game a few times at Westminster. She gets back into that double-figure numbers.
Take a look at some of the other finals around the PAC before we head out and get set for the men's game. Hiram in a big game against Geneva, coming down to the wire. Hiram needs a win to stay playoff eligible. 63-62 they lead right now.
Hiram playing for their lives, and if they can pull that one off, that's big for them. Franciscan down at St. Vincent as well. Still looking for their first conference win of the season against number 1 in the South, St. Vincent Bearcats. And then Allegheny and Teal also in a big game, 5-point difference between the Tomcats and the Gators. Gators on top of that one, 45-40.
And then, of course, this one at Westminster lost tonight by a final score of 74-43. It's going to wrap it up. Broadcast number 1 of 2, brought to you by the Broadcasting and Sports Communication Program at Westminster College, providing real-world experience in today's media for tomorrow's producers. Thanks to the entire crew in bringing the game to you. Thank you, Ben Kelly on color, Derek McClafferty on sidelines. I'm Mark Slazak saying thank you for watching the final score in this one. Westminster falling to Grove City. Grove City 74, Westminster 43. You saw it on your home of the Titans WC, and you have a good night.